Problem says that Mrs. Corey had 8 giant brownies. She gave 3 of the brownies to Mrs. Marsh for her birthday. Her husband ate 1 1/4 brownies, and she ate 1 1/8 brownies herself. How many are left for her 2 children? Looking at the problem, there are a couple of different things we need to pay attention to. So if I were solving this problem, the first thing I would look at was how many brownies I started with. So we have 8 brownies that we originally started with. 3 of those brownies went to Mrs. Marsh. So right away, I can take away 3 whole brownies before dealing with any fractions. The next sentence tells us that my husband ate 1 1/4 brownies. So that is 1 more whole plus a 1/4. So I can take and do the best I can to break up this brownie into 4 pieces. One of those 4ths, and they're not perfect, but one of those 4ths is gone. So I can go ahead and eliminate 1/4, which leaves me with 3/4 left. The next part tells us that Mrs. Corey took care of this 1 1/8 brownies herself. So I can get rid of 1 more whole brownie and then 1/8 of a brownie. So I could either divide another brownie into 8ths, or I could look over here at my 4ths and think, if I cut my 4ths one more time, I'm going to have 8 pieces and eliminate one of those 8ths. So at this point, I've eliminated 5 whole brownies and then a 4th and an 8th. How much are left, or how many pieces are left for my 2 children? Well, there's 1 here and 1 here. And then they're going to have to somehow share these final 8ths. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8ths left, which isn't an even number, and there are 2 of them. So we could argue that they could split up that last little sliver that they would have, but in total there are 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8ths left for my children to argue over and hopefully share. So when you create your video, it's really important that first, you present your problem. Second, show your solution in a separate video so that you can send your viewers off to the answer to ensure that they solved it correctly. Make sure that you very clearly, to the best of your ability in your drawing, solve so that your people who are attempting to solve your problem are able to see any potential errors that they've made and get some help if they need it.